It has been a little while, and you'll all have to forgive me. My voice is also still in a bit of recovery mode, because I have been traveling and meeting with people for 2 weeks. And I had an absolutely great time doing it. But with that being said, during the 2 weeks I was gone, there was an overabundance of news. So let's talk about that. The first and most important piece of BattleTech news, I think, was how hell froze over, and that there are apparently plans for Aerotech to be resurrected in some form. Now, I know some of the traditional Aerotech fans really want a reinterpretation of the original game, but I don't think that that is really likely in the cards. During my travels, I was at KerenskyCon, and I got to see a little bit behind the scenes in terms of what they're planning with Aerotech, but these plans are subject to heavy changes, so I will only give a few brief details. One of the plans is to have a more free-form aircraft game, and the other plan is to have more of a hex-based one. However, there are multiple things under consideration, and they're not going to move forward with a game until they think they have the exact right solution, and everything is still a work in progress at the moment. Overall, any game system that they're going to put together, though, is going to be centered around dropships and aerospace fighters. Warships are not likely to make it into the mix, for a multitude of reasons. Still, if you're a fan of Aerotech, this is great. If you're me, it's very surprising. Traditionally speaking, Aerotech has not exactly been a boon or success for any of the companies that have run it. So, this is almost untreaded ground, except for the previous treads that they've been down. But I think it offers a lot of opportunity for a new game, and it offers a lot of opportunity for new, beautiful miniatures. I am obviously a pretty big fan of the new Visigoth fighter that came out, a little less so of the Shalone, but this, once again, just gives opportunity for the setting to expand, and to potentially create something where there's a bit of a niche in the market that hasn't been fully served for a few years. But moving on from this, there was yet more big news. Oh boy. News that I learned at the previous Adepitcon. BattleTech Gothic is a thing. We got to talk about it a little bit on my first stream back, but yes, they have started doing alternate universe single box sets for BattleTech, the first one being BattleTech Gothic. Overall, I think it's an interesting idea. The idea of basically putting out these single one-off slices of other settings, but within BattleTech. There's a lot of cool miniatures that are going to be shown as a part of this as well, and I just kind of think that it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. I will be picking up at least one of these boxes. I don't think I need more than that, though. I think the miniatures are absolutely beautiful. A huge shout out to CGL for the wonderful artwork that they came up with for all of this. Like, I mean, the art is like top-notch, so a huge boon to them for that. Clearly, they've taken inspirations from places like Doom, Warhammer 40,000, and also borrows, at least visually in some respects, from Gears of War. The primary proposed set that they showed off, I think has some really cool ideas behind it in terms of the mechs. I think the King Crab, though, is the king of those mechs. A lot of people want to use the Marauder from within for the Black Marauder. I think the Firestarter looks really sharp, and I also enjoy the look of the Phoenix Hawk. I'm not as big on the Atlas, but I think the interchangeable parts on the Atlas look really interesting, and I think Scorpions are not great. So, just to give a bit of insight in terms of what I think of the box, I think it's fine. It's a novelty-based product. These are going to come out once every year or two. I can't wait for the next one, which is going to be like a Future Robots one or an anime one, and there are plans for more than just that. If we get like Diesel Tech out of this, I will buy multiple boxes of Diesel Tech. I know there are some controversies around it where people have been concerned that this has drawn away resources from other projects. As far as I know, 90% of this was handled by freelancers who otherwise don't usually work on other projects for CGL, so it's just not really the case. Leah is a massive company in terms of the one who makes like the packaging and the mechs within. They have more than enough capacity to work on this. It has not slowed down any other BattleTech releases. I know because I asked. And no, I don't think they lied to me. So there you guys go. I think this is a first interesting step that they can go down, and I hope it's successful, because I would like to see more stuff like this. Come on, Diesel Tech. This is also a great bridge to go to. I was at KerenskyCon, and I was at Adepticon. I was a guest of Catalyst Game Labs for it. I got to hang out with the crew there. A lot of the people there I consider to be friends at this point. And I just want to quickly say I consider this a privilege only because people have enjoyed my channel. Thank you guys very much. While I was there, I got to have a number of great discussions about the product, and I got to see a little bit under the hood. And I was very happy with everything I saw there, and I am very much looking forward to the future. But I think you guys already knew that based off of a video I released a little while ago. All the same, it was a fantastic time. Highlight of my journey, I got to hang out with Peachy for 15 minutes. He had no idea who I was, and nor would I expect him to, but I'm a huge Peachy and Duncan fan, so I was very happy to have met him. I don't really take pictures of things, but yes, that is a part of my journey, and that was a little bit of the news for that. But there is yet more news. I know, it just keeps on coming. It's terrible. But this is actually one that's very exciting to me as someone who doesn't have enough time to play, but very much still loves the rules, which is that they are doing a modernization process of the classic BattleTech rules that are not going to be extremely disruptive to what we have known. Almost everything that you know is staying the same. They're attempting to streamline some of the systems. So determining where weapons fire hits on a mech might be altered. You're going to see a few other small changes that are just about streamlining the concepts together. Total Warfare is not going away. This is just a new amalgamated system that's meant to bring everything together while keeping the mech central to the game and really just leaning into the support systems that they're trying to make. They are still doing an enormous number of playtests on this. A lot of this seems to be very far out, but it does look like there is going to be a revision to the core rules that are not meant to be disruptive, but to allow gameplay to flow more easily. The most interesting one I heard is that they're planning on trying somehow to streamline the cluster charts. And I hope that they do, because the current interpretation of the cluster charts drive me mad. There's also a little bit on the novel news front. I know, more news. It's just unbearable. On the novel front, The Blood Will Rise is coming out, which is the companion novel to Trial of Birthright, and really focuses in on the Capellan Confederation. It is written by Tom Levine, and I hope it lives up to what Trial of Birthright got started. Still, the Capellan Confederation, we know, does not win from Ilkhan's eyes only, so the real question is how is this going to handle Deny, and how is this going to impact the future and the characters within the book? There's also going to be a new Jason Hansen novel coming out, I believe focusing mostly in on Tara Campbell and several other survivors from the Battle for Tara, and I think that's going to be very interesting too. Jason Hansen is a friend, so I am hoping that this book is good. If the book is bad, I will tell Jason the book is bad. And we're getting into our last few pieces of news here. Finally, I know, right? You guys are probably going mad based off of the amount of news that I have to deliver to you today. There's a new BattleTech XTRO that came out on April 1st, which is about Risk, which is like high-grade Republic technologies. It offers a whole bunch of new variants, some of which are comically overpowered, because Risk technology is crazy. If anyone sees the malice in there, I think it was made just to spite me because of how overgunned that particular malice is. However, this just came out. When I picked it up, it was for $1 US, just for the artwork alone, because some of that line art has not come out yet. It's worth it for just $1 if you can grab it for that. In sales news, there actually is a pretty cool sale going on right now. I know, isn't that shocking? Which is that there's another big Humble Bundle sale going on at the moment. I really do recommend checking it out. I already have all of these books, but for those of you who don't, you get PDFs of Universe, a bunch of the Ilklan era campaign books, and rec guides, as well as many of the other core books for BattleTech. If you're just wanting to get into BattleTech, and you want to get into the role-playing side of things, or even if you have some of these PDFs but not all of them, definitely check it out. There's a huge amount of value here, especially for new players. You basically get all of them for the price of like one book, and it's going to continue for like another 15 or 16 days from the time I publish this video. There are some new releases on the plastic side of things too. First of all, the third Star League pack is coming out, and it's got the beautiful Lament in it, even if it is pre-painted and makes me sad that it's pre-painted. It's also got the Kentaro, something people have asked for a long time, and the Hammerhead. The House Davian Striker pack just came out as well, with a bunch of medium goodness, including the Legionnaire. And we know that the Kharitan pack is coming soon, which has the beautiful Avatar, as envisioned by Bishop Steiner. But the furthest release pack out that we have details on now is the 21st Centauri Lancers pack. And oh boy, it's got a beautiful butcher bird in there. Or rather, it has a jade hawk in it, as you see on screen right now. I think that it looks awesome. I like the other mechs in here as well, like the Stalker with the twin PPCs. It's very cool. And finally, Battlefield support and placements was dropped during Adepticon. I got to take a look at them. Do you want turrets and things like that, just to show up on the battlefield and be part of the enemy defenses? Well, they're here. And there you all go for the last of the miniatures news. And there's one last piece of news yet. This is all unscripted, so I'm just trying to go off my notes here. You'll have to forgive me. The Magnificent 7 is a playthrough that I am a part of on Six Sides of Gaming. It involves Randall Bills, Tex from the Black Pants Legion, the Six Side crews themselves, and of course, me. The first episode came up last Saturday, and the next episode is coming up this Sunday. I think I had a great time playing with everybody. There's so many funny things to come up, and I really think people are going to want to catch episode 2, which comes out this upcoming Sunday. But that is part of the news that I wanted to deliver to all of you guys today, because at the end of the day, even though I was a part of it, it's still a really cool Battletech thing, and I hope people have a chance to check it out. It's a game of Destiny for 2 episodes, 1 episode of Battletech Aces, and then 2 more episodes of Destiny before a final episode of Battletech Aces. I hope to see you all there. And with that, that is your Battletech news. Did you enjoy any of this? Because this was actually quite a huge news video this time. There's just a lot of stuff for me to have covered. I did so in a very basic way, but I just wanted to make sure I covered all the bases. A lot is happening in the Battletech space. I will have links to all of the things I talked about below. I am still working on What If the Clan Invasion as the channel's next big premiere, so please bear with me and have a little bit of patience as the channel works its way towards putting out a very large and detailed video for all of you. Oh, also, the artwork I used during the Aerotech discussion is artwork done by Alan Blackwell for said upcoming video at that. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you're most excited for in the news, and I will catch you all next time.
Roger, control, 3 hours. Starting salvage operation. This is forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.